Today on Blood and Sweat Outdoors, we're going to go over what I do to prepare for deer season. It is July the 15th, I think. We're going to go over some of the equipment that I have. We'll look at my bow. Got the 4-wheelers lined up. I've already maintenance them. Got my arrows cut this morning. Got a Speed Freaks, a Carbon Express. They shoot really good through my bow. I got them cut this morning. I got everything, dusted it off. I've already shot my bow this morning. Got all my practice arrows besides that one. I gotta put a new knock on that. Got my practice arrows, says Speed Freaks. Got one eyeball. It's an Allen, but same weight as the Speed Freaks. I got my hunting arrows and the quiver. I got 2 Rages and 2 Swackers. And then now my bow. I have a Bear Archery. But one thing that stands out about this bow, and I know a lot of people around here that don't know about this product, but I used it last year, is a Steady Form. It will change the way you bow hunt. It is a really great product. I've used it for 1 year now. It's really good. It's an anchor point for the back of your bow. When you put your bow and you grab it, it cuffs around your arm and you can hold the bow real steady. I waxed my bow a couple days ago. All you do is get you some bow wax. You just go over the string, then you rub it in real good. I do that about every 2-3 months. Just wax it real good. Check your strings. Make sure they ain't frayed open. If you got to replace your string, now's the time to do it. That way you can still practice. Check your whisker biscuit. Check your release. I'm thinking about replacing this release this year. Check all your stops. Make sure everything is still good, intact. Now I'm going to be starting to shoot my bow more and more from here on out, getting ready for deer season, because in Georgia, deer season is September the 9th, start of archery season. Now we move on to the accessories. The main thing, the important thing for every deer hunter, I don't care if you're hunting in a ladder stand, a hang on, a climber, pretty much if you leave the ground, have one of these on. Safety harness. You gotta check everything. If you have fallen out of a deer stand in a safety harness, replace it. You want to check all the little straps. Make sure that everything's still sewed together real good. Check everything on it. Make sure ain't no rips and tears, because this will save your life. And make sure that you have the relief strap on your safety harness, because when you fall out of a tree and you're sitting there hanging waiting for somebody to come get you, or you're trying to figure out a way to get out, this is the first thing you pull out, your relief strap. It relieves the tension. Where are you videoing?
It's got you.
Okay. But it relieves the tension, makes it to where you don't lose circulation in your legs when you fall, because you will lose circulation. Just go over everything, make sure everything's real up to par. Set that to the side. Next thing, in Georgia, in archery season, you do not have to wear an orange vest. but I would recommend to take one with you. Because of one reason and one reason only. Say if you shoot a deer and it runs on somebody else's property. Okay? I've had this happen many times. You shoot a deer and it runs on somebody else's property. Well, you go get permission for that person to go on their property to recover your game. And you go walking down through the woods and you don't have one of these on, and somebody shoots a rifle, target practicing. They could have easily shot you. Have one of these when you're going on somebody else's property with permission. Wear one. That way everybody around you will know you're there. I always take it and just leave it in my backpack just in case. Next thing, go over, is a knife. I have a survival knife. It has all your hooks and lighters and matches and stuff. Make sure it's real sharp. Make sure it ain't rusted. Clean it out. You know, make sure everything's good. Now these 3 items right here, I use mainly during rut, but I have used them throughout deer season and had deer react to them. You got a deer grunt. You got the extinguisher deer grunt. You want to just slide your reed up and down to make sure that it ain't broke and blow in it. Make sure it works. You got your snort wheeze. Just clean everything out, because sometimes if you store it in a garage or somewhere, they could have dirt somewhere on it. Just clean it all out. Rattle bag. Just make sure everything still sounds good. Make sure the bag ain't ripped. Make sure your cords are there. Now, I got my wind detector. Show me which way the wind's blowing. Real simple. Just open it up and I'll show you exactly which way the wind's blowing. Now, these right here are Thermacell repellent. They go in a Thermacell. In Georgia, or any of these southeastern states, during bow season, you need these. The mosquitoes will tote you off. Make sure you got extras. Make sure you got the, I always forget the name of the fuel that comes in it. Butane. Make sure you got extra butane cartridges. As you can see, I need to replace this one. My bag is still set up for hog hunting. I'll write that down on the list, and I'll have between now and September 9th to get one. Make sure you have a flashlight. This is my backup, but I always carry it in my bag. Make sure it's still got batteries. Make sure it works. And on my bag, I set it up. Got my rangefinder. Make sure it has batteries. Make sure it's still clean. Make sure it still works. Make sure there's no spiders or snakes or anything in here. With Thermacell, you just always want to double check everything, because one thing you don't want to do is opening day of bow season. I know a lot of people do it. They grab their bow out of their case the night before and they try to practice shooting it. Okay, then they go sit in their stand and they forgot something, like their safety vest or their knife or flashlight or release or something. So that's why you start early and you prepare yourself, because as you prepare, you will have everything you need the morning of deer season. And throughout all the deer season, you just keep a tally of what you need, what you got, what you don't need, stuff like that, and you'll be better off. You'll be a better hunter. I should have been shooting my bow year round, but I had a lot of other things going on, and that's my fault. But I'm gonna start now. Okay, Another thing we're going to go over, if you haven't checked out the video on how to set up my climber, check it out. I'll put it in the link below, or I'll put it in the top left corner, however you do that. But always plan ahead, because anything can happen in the woods. Anything. I've seen it happen before. Being a veteran, being overseas, you plan for a 5-day mission and it turns into a 15-day mission. It's better to overcompensate. As they say, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. But just plan ahead, take your time, practice,